right? So I would want to start this financial modeling by basically showing you how to anchor cells, how to anchor rows and columns, so that we don't have our arithmetics, our formulas moving relatively. So remember our primary school multiplication table. There was this multiplication table that used to be at the very back cover of our Kasuku exercise books. For those of you who are there during our times, I don't know what is happening nowadays, but during our times, used to walk around with the Kasuku exercise books, which had some multiplication table at the back cover. So we have here 1, 2, all the way up to 9. 1, 2, all the way up to 9. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We happen to be having our multiples being captured inside here. Our multiples were being captured inside here. Our multiples were being captured inside here. So like now, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is what here? 3. 1 times 4 is 4, etc. 9 times 9 here, we should be able to get what here? We should be able to get 81 there. 9 times 9, we should be able to get 81. So how do we model this in our Excel worksheet before I take you to the most important concept of financial modeling, which is the concept of coming up with a profit and a loss statement from some source data, that has been captured, perhaps in this case here by some clerk. So a clerk captures all those events chronologically, time-wise. And then now you as an accountant, how do you extract a dynamic P&L so that in the future, whenever anything changes, you don't have to start again crafting everything from scratch? No. Whenever anything changes, you'll simply put the changed item there, and then it has an effect to the P&L. Once you change that particular figure, the profit and loss figure changes down there. Once we have the retained earnings, of course, retained earnings are normally fed straight away to our statement of financial position. So also our statement of financial position will be doing what? It will also be changing. And of course, as they change, we expect to be seeing the effects on our cash flows. And as they change like that, of course, later on, given, for example, we will be having like say 4 or 5 years comparatively, from the 4 or 5 years, we should be able to do the trend analysis. Like how is our sales growing? Out of our sales growth, we'll be able to do what we call projections in the future. And that is why a great financial modeler is that person who is also very good in budgeting, etc., etc. So please sit pretty. I hope all of us, ladies and gentlemen, have our machines by the side, laptops for that matter, not mobile phones, laptops for that matter. So this is going to be a very, very technical lesson, practical lesson. So I expect you guys to dive in and swim properly alongside Mwalimu. So I would want to start by sharing I'm getting in this case here very many questions. I'm being asked here whether financial modeling is for accountants only. No. I've seen also students or other people who are doing actuarial science, doing financial modeling. Any course where you are required to come up with models, like now economists normally do what we call econometric. Econometrics, of course, we have got very many models there. You can model. But Mwalimu here will not cheat you and tell you that I'll be here to show you these econometric models. No. I'm doing the financial modeling, which basically belongs to accountants. I want to believe that the moment you have that particular skill, you can grab it and then, of course, use it in whichever field that you are in. It cuts across all disciplines. Yes, I like some student here called Vincent who has been able to come in. Thank you very much. Yes, great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's start it simple. Let's get started. So I would want to share this particular screen of mine with you, right? So please open your Excel. Have a new sheet there. Have a new sheet for us. Have a new sheet for us there. So with this new sheet, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do I want you to do something very easy there. I want you to do something very easy there. Something very easy, something very easy, something very easy. So I would want us, ladies and gentlemen, straight away to create our axis for financial, or rather for this multiplication table of ours. So I would want us to say there 1, right? We have 2 there, we have 2 there. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, that Excel is a powerful sniffer dog. Never forget that. It's a powerful sniffer dog. Once you write 1, 2, this thing has already sniffed and known for sure, that what you would want to do is to write numbers where we have some common difference of 1, 1, 1, what we used to call arithmetic progression. So instead of continuing saying here 3, 4, 5, no. If it's Excel, simply come and highlight these 2 cells. You highlight the 2 cells, highlight the 2 cells, highlight the 2 cells. Once you highlight the 2 cells here, you have been able to highlight them. Please come and use this more sign at the corner here, the autofill sign at the corner here, and then you drag it. You can see it's writing for you. It's writing for you. Once you hit number 9, you release it. You release it like that, and then straight away, you have your numbers 1 up to 9. And then we have this, bring your cursor there. Take it 1 cell down, take it 1 cell down, 1 cell down. So come and, of course, start with 1, 2. This thing already has sniffed. It has known exactly that you would want to have that trend. So come and highlight the 2. Ladies and gentlemen, from there, now you pull this down like that. Remember, an advanced Excel user does not make use of a mouse. You don't use a mouse, but shortcuts. Of course, I'll be bringing in the issue of shortcuts later. For now, let us just have it that way. For now, let's have it that way. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of us have been able to do that. You've been able to do your axes. Please, if you've been able to put up your axes automatically the way I've done it, in the comment section, could you kindly let me know whether we are together? Whether you are together, whether we are together, whether you are together. You simply say T for together. You simply say T for together. So I don't make a lot of noise for you, and then at the end of the day, done, already done. Great, great. That's 1 student out of 50. That's 1 student out of 50. 1 student out of 50. That's not a very nice thing for me. If you're together, you simply say T. Simply say together. If not together, you say NT. NT, and then I'll be able to know how to move. Now I can see I'm getting responses. I'm getting responses. Thank you very much. Now those are enough. Now we can continue. Now, ladies and gentlemen, come and put your cell, your cursor in this first cell inside there, like what I've done. So I would do, Felix Ngetich has raised a hand. Felix, if you don't mind, I don't want to allow you guys to unmute yourselves at the moment. I would want you to type your question. Felix, please type your question. Mr. Felix, kindly type your question. I'm expecting Felix to type his question. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you hit here, what we need to do is to come straight away to this particular cell. This cell, you click on the first cell. What do I want to do in this first cell? I would want to multiply. I would want to multiply this one with this one. This one and this one. So what do I need to do, ladies and gentlemen? Very easy. What I need to do is to come and operationalize the cell. Make the cell active. So how do I make the cell active? By saying equals. You say equals. When you say equals, that is one of the powerful ways of activating a cell, operationalizing your cell in the functions up there. You can also use a plus, but I'm used to equals. So when I say equals, I pick the 2 cells that I would want to multiply. So I come and pick this one, right? And then I say times this one here. And then you say enter. So you can see clearly that we have been able to get what there somebody. We've been able to get, ladies and gentlemen, we've been able to get there 1, because we know that 1 times 1 equals 1. But you see, I don't want to be entering those formulas many times. Ladies and gentlemen, what I would want to do is to copy that formula. So could you kindly copy this formula for me? So how do you copy? There are many ways. You could come and click double on the outer field. Simply click this twice. Click that twice. Or there are so many ways. You can also come and copy. You can copy. When you copy like that, you come and put this cursor here, and then you punch shift. You punch shift once, and then you press your cursor. So there are so many ways of really copying. And then, of course, after you do that, you'll come and do what here, enter. When you enter like that, oi, mayoyo, something bad has happened. I expected to see good multiples there. I know the last figure here should be corresponding to 1 times 9. 1 times 9, ladies and gentlemen, cannot be 362,000. Why is it behaving like that? It is because of the relativism of Excel. How Excel has been designed is to move relatively 1 cell down at a time. 1 cell down at a time. So what I'm seeing here is that this thing came and multiplied 1 with 1. That's fine. So it gave us 1. Next, it went and took this diagonal. Next diagonal is 1 times 2. It gave us 2. Comfortable. And then now we have 2 times 6. Once you have shown it, the formula will follow. So 2 times 3 gave us 6. 6 times 4 gave us 24. 24 times 5 gave us 120. 120 times whatever. To get these particular bad figures and gentlemen, they took 4,320 times 9. So meaning that we needed to have absolutely referenced a few things here. Ladies and gentlemen, I would want you to listen and listen to me very well. I would want to come back to the first cell where I began, where I have the formula. So I would want you to understand this. If you look at whatever we have here, this one, I can see the formula here, D4 times C5, D4 times C5. And then I can see my row reference. This is row number 4. This row number 4 is not supposed to be moving down and down and down, no. Row number 4, this is basically a title row. And the title rows must always be anchored absolutely. Anchored absolutely. So row number 4, you must come and anchor it. What you do, you'll come and take your cursor in the formula there, and then you pick it there, you press it right at the middle of D and the 4. So I can see my anchor, or rather my cursor dancing. When it's dancing like that, I want to anchor 4. I want to fix 4. And of course, the only way of anchoring this 4 is to introduce the dollar sign. The dollar, wazungu walipotengeneza hivi vitu walisema dollar ndio ya kuanchor. Ndio the most powerful currency in the world globally. So in this case here, the dollar will say shift 4. I'll be showing you the shortcut, the F4 etc. later. But for now, let's go the longer way. So row 4 has to be anchored. The same case, ladies and gentlemen, with column C. You see this column C? Column C is also a title column. So look for C. Wherever you are able to see C, look for C in the formula bar. It is here right after the multiplication before C. I'll put my cursor. My cursor will have to dance at that particular point before C, and then right on there, I place the dollar. I place the dollar like that. I place the dollar like that. Ladies and gentlemen, once I've been able to anchor those things, now I'm at home. So I'll press equals, and you can see straight away that here we have what here? We have still that one. So what I need to do is to come and copy the entire table. We can either drag or copy the entire table. You can come here and you copy the entire table. You can copy the entire table like that. Now before copying the entire table, or rather highlight the entire table, copy the cell. So I want to copy like that. Copy, remember it's Control C, eh? But now I'm forced to use the mouse because I would want you to see what I'm doing from your side. But the easiest way is to come and say Control C to copy that formula. And then right away, I will come and have the entire table highlighted. Have the entire table highlighted. And once I highlight like that, what do? I press enter. So when I say enter, what am I able to see? The last figure here is giving me 81. So I have my multiplication table. I have my multiplication table like that. So I want to believe that you guys have been able to see this. Is there anybody who has a question? Is there anyone who has followed to the end? Is there anyone who has followed to the end? Is there anyone who has followed is there somebody who has been able to do it by themselves on their machines? On their machines. Thank you very much. Perfect. Yes. Yes. Yes, I can. Done. Thank you very much. So I want to believe there is nobody who has been left behind. Ladies and gentlemen, after you understand that, the next thing that you're supposed to know, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of financial modeling, is how to capture data. How do you capture data in your Excel? It normally starts from the source document. How do we capture data? There is a document that I sent to you. I don't know whether you are able to retrieve that document and have it on your workstation, on your machine. On your machine, there is a document that I sent to you. There is a document which I sent to you. Are you able to get that document, ladies and gentlemen? Once you get that document, please ensure that you tell us that you have it so that we can know what to do next. Do you have the document? I don't know what happened with my Zoom. I'm not able to share here. It keeps on telling me network disconnect. But you guys, all of you guys are connected in some WhatsApp groups, which are RCM WhatsApp groups. Why don't you send between yourselves there? Why don't you send it on those WhatsApp groups amongst yourselves, and then you retrieve it? If you don't have it, and you can't get it from our WhatsApp, please write a WhatsApp message to this number, 0719525000. This person will be able to send to you the document. I think it will be easily obtained that way. I hope the ones who have the document have started downloading it and they have it right on top of their machines. So once you get the document, please let us know so we can continue. Let us know so we can continue. Very good. There is a student here who has really saved me a lot of trouble. This student called Hussein Wario should even get a present from me. What he has done is pick the document and put it right here where everybody can download it. Thank you very much, Hussein. I like students who are that creative. Thank you very much. Let's continue. Now, is everyone comfortable? We continue. I only have 30 minutes with you. I got it. Thank you very much. And I can see someone calling themselves actuary. This person must have done those, are they 14 or 13 actuarial papers? That is very good. Congratulations. Not easy to become an actuarist. Got it? Now everyone is comfortable. Everyone is comfortable. Vincent says, as we wait for the others to get this document, we go back to our table, no problem. If you tell me yours failed, I know exactly where yours has failed. I know exactly where you've gone wrong. I know exactly where Eric has gone. Eric, angalia. Unapoweka ikasa hapa, utajua. Unaona? Ukiweka tu ikasa hapa, utajua. Ni wapi ulienda wrong, ni wapi unahitaji kuanka. We normally anchor our column what here, like now this is row number 4. On your side, it may not be exactly row number 4 because you may have decided to paste your table anywhere here. So you simply read, you simply get to read. Allow me to admit some students. Okay, so you simply read the row number, like mine here is row number, mine is row number 4. So row number 4 in the formula sheet has to be anchored, and also column C has to be anchored using the dollar sign, not the ampersand, no, not the ampersand. So ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is okay, Vincent. So please allow me to go now to this other concept very fast. Now here we are. So number one, that particular table of yours has some headings here like RCM, college, financial modeling. I would want you to delete those column titles. You delete them permanently, delete them. I want you to be left with date, financials, and amount. Those three: date, financials, and amount. Financials and amount. You can delete the entire row. So have you done that? To delete is very easy. You simply come like to the row you want to delete. For example, if you want to delete row number 2, I'll come to it that way. And then of course, I will be able to, whichever one that I want to delete, I'll be able to highlight it that way. Yeah. So once you highlight it, you'll be able to see here, like after you right click, delete, you delete the entire thing. So are we together now? Are we together now? Are we together now? Are we together? Thank you very much. Esther has not gotten it. Somebody share that document again here. Share that document. Hussein, please don't get tired doing the good thing that you did. Share it again here. Share it again here. Now, as I wait for the students here to get the document, ladies and gentlemen, I'll come and get started. I will come and get started there. So what I have here is a supermarket, which is getting business from many outlets by doing many things. So what they have done, they have hired a data entry clerk, and that is what very many businesses nowadays are doing, just a data entry clerk. So this data entry clerk, what he does every day, whenever there is any financial transaction, this person comes and records the date, and of course writes whether it's revenue from supermarkets. On the same date, there was a cost of goods sold, the supermarket. So he simply writes. His work is to document this stuff as per the various account votes or various ledgers you've told him to be always using, ledger names you've told him to be using. So he has been very good, lakini hapa amefanya makosa moja ambayo wanafunzi wengi wala wajui Excel wanafanya sana. Unaona sasa? Makosa ambayo amefanya ni kwamba this gentleman has come and used dots in the dates. So if you use dots in the dates, there is no way Excel will be able to capture these as a year, as a date. And you can actually even try. Just come by the side here and come by the side there and use the year function. So to use the year function, simply say equals. When you say equals, just type year. When you type year, can you see already it is blue ticked? Year has come there as a function. When it's blue ticked, I don't have to continue typing it. Whenever it is blue ticked, it's either I put my cursor on the blue label and double click, but that's a lazy way. The best is to go straight away to the tab. The tab function is this function, this button, which is on top of caps lock. On top of caps lock, you'll be able to see the tab. On top of caps lock, you'll be able to see the tab function. So you tab on it, When you tab on it, you can see it has brought you there here. So it is waiting for you to give it a cell to sniff the ear from. So where will it sniff the ear from? I would want you to pick this one here. We see how to take it. So I'll come and close the brackets, of course. So I will come and close. I will come and close brackets there. So when I say close brackets there and say enter, you can see I'm getting an error. Why am I getting an error? I'm getting an error, ladies and gentlemen, simply because this person is not a very good person. The person who captures the dates is not a very good person in Excel. He used in this case, ladies and gentlemen, he used dots instead of what here, the slash, instead of the slash. So then the first thing that I will do is to replace all the dots in the table. We replace all the dots in the table, all the dots in the table, all the dots in the, not the entire table, but they don't put the entire table on this column of dates. So you put your arrow up there and you click on it to highlight the entire column of dates. You highlight the entire column of dates. And then, ladies and gentlemen, once you do that, I would want you to find the dot and then you replace it with a slash. You find the dot and then you replace it with a slash. Is there anybody who is able to, is there anyone who is able to do that for us? It's very easy, just like the Word. Of course, there are shortcuts, but just like the Word documents, you'll simply come and say Control Find, Control F. So when you say Control F, the one that I would want to find is that dot. So when I say a dot there, I will come here. You're able to see this. I hope you're able to see this. I'll say replace. So replace it with what here? With my slash. And then I will say enter. I'll not enter, but replace all. You say replace all. So when you say replace all, you can see now it has put this thing very well. The way Excel captures the dates. The way Excel captures the dates, you can even see if you go down here, if you go down, you'll be able to see like now this is 12/1/2014. That's how basically Excel captures the data. And once it has been captured well, now you'll see it doesn't even have to appear, like it'll be appearing in December. So now it has taken them on board. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen and listen to me very well. Once I do that, what I need to do is to come here, or rather that's an important function. I would want to see whether there is anybody who has been able to follow that instruction up to there. That's an important function. I would want to see whether there is anybody who has been able to, repeat that step. Done. Great, done. Done. So allow me, for the sake of Yusufu, to repeat the process very fast. So I'll come here and share the screen. Share the screen. So I would want us to go back to where we were, like that. So when I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, I need to replace these dots. How do I replace them? Of course, you can come and say find whatever, dot, then you replace. But you see now, it will replace in other areas where you don't want the dot to be replaced. So I need to be very specific. It is in this state. So Yusuf will take your cursor up there to see until you see that arrow pointing down. When it points down like that, tells you that I'm ready as column C to be highlighted. You simply click on it once. So once you say click once there, it has been highlighted. So you say Control Find, Control F. So when you say Control F, you are able to see down here. What do you want to find? I want to find this bad thing called the dot, which this gentleman was using. And then on the same pop-up window, I can see replace. I'll say replace. Replace with the slash. Don't use this find next. No, it will really disturb you because these are very many cells, very many rows. You simply say replace all. When you say replace all, it tells you all done. We made 870 replacements. Okay, I'm happy. So I don't know whether Yusufu, you have been able to do that from your end. Yusufu, have you been able to do that from your end so that I can continue? Yusufu, I'm waiting to get feedback from you. I'm waiting to get feedback from you, Yusufu. Of course, now silence. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The dates, those ones, they'll come. They'll come. Now, out of this particular table that I have, ladies and gentlemen, if I want to extrapolate, if I want to extract, for example, like you see, I will not be doing like an income statement for a particular date like 1st of January. No, no, no. I'll be doing an income statement, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be doing an income statement, ladies and gentlemen, for particular years, like the year 2014, the year 2015, etc. So what I need to do is to come and introduce up here a column. Introduce up here a column for the years. I can put it anywhere. For the years, a column for the years. A column for the years. And I would want to come and sniff the year out of this date. So I'll come and activate the cell here, say equals. When I say equals, ladies and gentlemen, I'll press year. Once I start even punching, the function here is blue ticked. Anything that is blue label is a good thing. Anything that is blue label is a good thing. So what I need to do is to tab in an action of affirming, just affirmation, I tab. I told you tab is this button which is on top of caps lock, the caps lock. So once you do that, ladies and gentlemen, the next thing they want you to pick is from this column of dates, you simply click the first date there. From this column of dates, I would want to pick the years alone, the years alone, the years alone, the years alone. So once I've clicked like that, I can see where my cursor is dancing, and where my cursor is dancing, it's basically telling me to put a bracket, close the bracket. So shift, you close bracket, shift, you close bracket like that. And then you say enter. So when you say enter like that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to come and do the same. I don't have to come and do the same for every cell. What I need to do is to autofill. To autofill, you can come and drag this. You put your plus here, your plus in no, sasa take your plus here. Yes, you could drag. Plus ya could drag ni kala unaweka kwa hii kona. Unaona hii kona hii? Ukishaweka kwa hii kona ikiwa ka plus kale kadogo kale ka QA kale ka plus kadogo, it's either you drag down, but now dragging honestly. What if the rows are 10,000? You can't manage. What you need to do is to come and double click. When you double click like that, these guys here will be able to give you all those years very, very comfortably. You can see 2015, or they have captured all those years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once I do that, what I will do, once I do that, what I will do, once I do that, what I will do, I would want to come and now start capturing my information. So what I will do, first of all, I can even use a piece of paper and a pen. Come up with an extract of an income statement. So income statement, how do we start with our income statement? Of course, we have revenues. We have cost of goods sold. So I have a map, sort of, a map, kind of. So the same case with the Excel, what I need to do is to come and introduce a new column. So this new column, I'll call it the map. It's like a mind map. I'll call it the map or mapping. I prefer calling it map like that. So when I call it the map, ladies and gentlemen, I know that I've got various years, various dates, and the financials, we have got quite an avalanche of items. So what I need to do is to come and highlight the top row, and then I introduce the filters, the top row, and then you introduce the filters. So how do you introduce the filters? I can see the filter is here. This big thing here is the filter. But always, ladies and gentlemen, tuzoea kutumia nini? Tuzoea kutumia shortcuts. So to get the shortcuts, you press Alt-A. When I press I press this Alt-A, I'm able to see my shortcut things up here. Like I can see for filter, they want me to press T now. Alt-A, don't release the Alt-A, you press T. Mara moja tu. So when you do that, you are able to see your filters. You are able to see your filters there. You're able to see your filters. They'll help me to filter, to separate information as I get along. So is there somebody who has been able to do that particular exercise as we speak? Kindly give me feedback to place filters on top of the row. Please place your filters. Allow me to stop share. If not, I'll be able to repeat it. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, done. Done. Kindly repeat. I'll be able to repeat. Jadida. Yes. Done. Okay. Thank you very much. T. We are through with that. I'm waiting. No, we are 65, and this number, by the way, is a serious number. It's not a number that I can joke around with. So Luther Waweru says done. So for the sake of this one student who has not understood how to do it, I'll come back here and share. I share my screen. So I would want first of all to remove the filters. To remove them, you'll come and use the same. You can even say here, go back here, right? I can remove them that way. And then start, of course, in this case here by highlighting that row. So when you highlight the row, when you highlight that row, you simply come and say Alt. I hope you're able to see the Alt button. You say Alt A for you to see all the shortcuts displayed up there. Nowadays, you don't have to cram the shortcuts, no. For example, if I would want to pull the what if analysis, I can see it's W. If I want to pull the forecast, I can see it's FC. If I want subtotals, I can see B. So once I have the Alt and the A down there, I can see the filter. And I need the filter, I have T. So I'll come and press T like that. T like that. I know in the old 2013 Excel, we used to use L for filter, but things change, Things change. So now I have my filters there. Now I would want you to do me a favor. Let me see whether it's a question a student is asking. Yusufu says his Alt A is not working. Alt A is not working. Alt A is not working. Who else has a problem? Yusufu is saying his Alt A is not working at all. So if it's not working at all, there is no problem. What you'll do, you'll simply come here. Let me go back to my Zoom. So simply come here. Right? Let me share this. So allow me to take this back. We take it back like that. So Yusufu, just come and share, or rather come and highlight your column like that. After you highlight your column like that, in this particular ribbon, you'll be able to see this filter thing. So simply after highlighting, you simply click on it. When you click on it, you'll be able to see these things coming. Although that shortcut which I showed you is also very important. It's very important to be seeing its importance later on. Okay, so allow me to go back a little bit. I can see my map. I need that map. I can even put in the capital letters like that. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I have here, what I will do, I will come and start with these financials. So you go to this now drop-down menu, the drop-down arrow, financials, Financials. You click on this. When you click on this, the first thing that I would want to select is revenue. So you'll come and say here in the search, you press revenue. Once I even start punching revenue, I can see all the revenues. Have popped up. Other revenue from discounters, revenue from the grocery, revenue from the retail, revenue. So you say, okay. So when you say, okay, what are you seeing on the financials? Everything is revenue. So if everything is revenue here, I will come and pick now this one to my map. It's important that I put it to the map. So map, I'll come and just type revenue as usual. I will type revenue there. Once I type revenue, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to copy this thing for the entire table. So how do I copy? There are many ways of copying. I'll show you another way. So like now after highlighting this revenue, you can simply come and pull the entire worksheet down. You pull this through this corner, you pull the entire worksheet up to the end. Once you pull this to the end, once you pull it to the end, I can see it's revenue there. Once you pull it to the end, I'll come and put, before I click here, I'll come and say shift. So you hold on to the shift. Once you hold on to the shift and then you click. Now that's a shortcut. It will not come because of what here I never copied. Sorry for that. These are things that I'm trying to remember. from that old system. So I need to copy it, Control C. Once I say Control C, now come and take this, ladies and gentlemen, down to the last one. And then you hold on to your shift like that. You click the last cell. And then you say enter. You'll be able to see revenue being filled inside those cells, all of them to the last one, to the last one, to the last one. For the map, you must use this approach. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. For the map, don't go for the shortcut. For the map, don't go for the shortcut. So I would want to see whether there is anybody who has been able, ladies and gentlemen, to copy that revenue down to the last cell. Please say done. It's a simple skill, but it's very important. Is there somebody who has been able to do that? Is there somebody who has been able to do that? Nope, I've gotten it. Done. I'm waiting for the other students to tell me yes. Great, done. Done. Those dones are very few. They are very few. They are very few. Repeat, please. I'll repeat. Yes, I want to see how many have been able to do it correctly before I repeat. This Zoom is making these classes to be effective than the normal classes. Very effective. Very effective. Repeat, please. So allow me to repeat this very fast. Done by autofilling. Autofilling here will not help you so much. So allow me to straight away to come and delete this. And then I repeat. Remember where I began from. Remember where I began from. I came to my autofill function here and I searched for the first thing in my income statement, which is revenue. When I said revenue, even before finishing, I realized that all my revenues were coming up, right? So I said, okay. And then revenue was displayed all over. And then I came to my map, mind map, and wrote here revenue, wrote revenue, wrote revenue there, wrote revenue there, wrote revenue there. With revenue, you can come and use the autofill, although this will not help you. For the map, you must highlight this using a little bit longer approach. So I would want this to be copied downwards. So I need first of all to say control copy. Control copy, allow me to go up. Control copy. So control copy. So once I say control copy there, now I'll come and pull through this thing down until it hits the last one. And then I'll hold seriously on my shift. I'll hold seriously on my shift like that. And then I click after holding on my shift. I'll come and hit shift on the last cell. When I do that, I can see a highlight. Now I need to say enter. So when I say enter, there I am. When I say enter, there I am. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll do that for all the items. So come, ladies and gentlemen, to the financials again. Remember, financials, I need to pick so many of them. Like now I need the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is COGS. So I'll come and say COGS here. You say COGS. When you say COGS, you can see COGS has come all over. So you need to come and simply say, okay. When you say, okay, under the financials, the only thing dancing around there, the entire column, is the COGS, is the COGS. So what I need to do is to come and highlight now this to my map. I take it to my map. This is a very important thing for any accountant. If you can go to any interview and then you do this thing the way I'm doing it, trust you me, straight away, you are at the CFO position. CFO position. So what I need to do is to come and write here COGS like that, right? And then I'll come and copy the entire. So copying, I can right click and say copy, or I simply say Control C. Control C. So once I say Control C, remember the shortcut of copying this down. If you try like now, you're out of fill here, haitakuja feel vizuri. Hii unakuja hapo na drag ile kizee, ile style zetu za kitambo za kizee, una drag paka ya mwisho. Ukifika hapa, first of all, you hold on to shift. You hold on to shift, and then you do what? You click the last one. And then you can say Control V for paste, or you simply say enter like that. And now you can see COGS coming all over. Coming all over. I will still go back to my financials. So in my financials, I should be able to pick. I can see questions coming in thick and fast. So allow me to get this. hiyo shift una press only ukifika last cell. Ukifika kwa last cell, the last cell, una press shift alafu na click. Thank you very much. James Mwangi, have I deleted the other one? Of course, it was replaced automatically. It was replaced automatically. Do you pull down first, then hold the shift? No, not simultaneously. You pull down first. You pull down first to the last thing. And then once you are on the last cell, now you say shift, and then you press click. Elaborate on click. Where are we clicking? Thank you. I'll be able to do that. So allow me to repeat this again. Allow me to repeat this again. Allow me to repeat this again. So I'll come here. I'll come here. Let me delete this. I delete the whole of it. And then I write cogs afresh. So we have here cogs afresh. I'm almost finishing, by the way. I'll not take more than 5 minutes from now. So once I do that, now I'll come straight away and copy this. So how do I copy this? So Control C. When I say Control C, you can even see where my hand is. The only hand, ladies and gentlemen, that I have here is the hand over pulling down this thing at the end. I'm not touching shifts. So I'll come and pull this down without touching and to the end until it hits here, rock bottom. When I'm here, there is this cell that has got 30. Before I click, you can see now my cursor is here. So before I click, ladies and gentlemen, I have to press now shift. Now my hand is going to shift. So I'll say shift, and then now I click inside there, 30. And you'll be able to see now straight the thing coming down. And then I'll be able to enter like that. Now, I hope now everybody is together with us. I hope everybody is together with us. Please give me feedback. I got you, yes. Autofill, you'll be able to see why autofill. You know, I've used Excel for quite a long time. I know when to press it. Thank you very much. And I know when to use this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once you've done that, now here I am. I would want you to do me a favor. Go back to your financials, go back to your filter financials, go back to your financials. Once you are here in financials, say select all. Now I want all of them to be selected because I want to take this now to the trading profit and loss account. So you say select all. Say select all. Is there somebody who has said select all? Select all, and then you say okay. You say select all, and then you say okay. Now you can see my financials again is mixed up. Revenue cogs, revenue cogs. Remember, I only took revenue cogs like that. You can see in the map, the only thing I have is revenue cogs, because I never took up the other expenses. Because at first, I would want to show you how we draw the trading profit and loss account. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after I do that, I'll come to my new Excel sheet. I'll go for sheet 2, or I can even delete this sheet. Let me delete this sheet. Delete the sheet. So I would want to create a new sheet. So how do I create a new sheet? You can see this plus here. So click on that one. Click on that one, and I would want us to rename the sheet. So you right click to rename, you right click, and then you'll be able to see rename. No. You right click here, and then you'll be able to see rename. So rename, what do I want? I want now my trading profit and loss. Profit and loss account like that. P&L. Now everything is sorted, ladies and gentlemen. My work basically will be to transfer my map. That is the map that I'm transferring here. So I will go back to my data source. How do I go back to my data source? I'll go back to my data source. The easiest way is to say Control Page Up. Control Page Up. Or you simply keep on, it's easier, you can keep on jogging around here. P&L, data source. P&L, data source. So could we kindly go back to the data source? So in this data source, I would want us to highlight the entire map. So this entire map, ladies and gentlemen, you can come and highlight it from here. Simply come and highlight. the entire map. To highlight it, you've seen, of course, what I've done there. I've simply brought my cursor there, right? Once I see the down arrow pointing down there, I clicked on it. So having done that, I want you to copy the entire. So copying, you can say Control, copy. Right? So I would want to copy this, ladies and gentlemen, to my map, When I go to my map here, which is my P&L, and try to paste this, of course, it can't accept. It cannot accept. Come and paste the normal way, When you try to paste like that, it will tell you can't paste this here because the copy area and the paste area aren't the same. Remember Excel, ni kujaribu. Haya, sasa wachana na hiyo imeleta shida. Sasa rudi back to the data source. So in this data source, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to come and use my normal way. So I would want to come and use my normal way of highlighting the entire thing and copying the entire thing. So once I press on this revenue, ladies and gentlemen, I'll come under, of course, again, without holding anything. This time around, I'm not copying that one alone. No. I would want in this case here to go down kabisa, paka mwisho. Kwa hii mali imeandika revenue ya mwisho. Before I press on it, first of all, I have to say shift. So I'll come and say shift, and then I press this. You can see now it has been able to do what here? To highlight the entire column nicely. So now I can come and say Control, copy. So when I say Control, copy, I will come, ladies and gentlemen, here to my P&L. Now I will very easily paste it here. You can even see how it is coming there. So I would want to see whether there is anybody who has been able to reach there. Now I'm on my last lane. The most beautiful thing for an accountant. Please, feedback. I would want to see whether there is anybody who has been able to reach there. So I have to stop sharing. Thank you. Yes, I'm there. Managed. Thank you very much. I can see all yeses. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once I reach there, listen to me very well. I have my sheet here. So what I will do, I know how the language of the trading profit and loss looks like. It is revenue and the cost of goods sold. So I don't want all these are duplicates. I don't want these duplicates. So what I'll do, I'll come and say remove duplicates. Remove on the data, look for remove. I can see it is here. If you're able to see remove duplicates. So when I say remove duplicates, it brings a pop-up window, which is useless. The only thing you need to do is to come and say, okay. Right? So 432 duplicate values have been found and removed. 3 unique values remain. So the most important thing is that we have revenue and what here, somebody, we simply say, okay. Again, I would want to bother you. Is there somebody who has been able to remove duplicates on the data? Once you are on the data, is there somebody who has been able to remove duplicates? Is there somebody who has been able to remove duplicates? Thank you, and thank you very much. Remove duplicates. Yes, the new guys are great accountants. You guys are good users of Excel. So once you have removed duplicates, I know in financial accounting, when I'm doing a profit and loss account statement, I need the years. So please go back to your source document. Go back to your source document. Go back to your source document. Your source document, data source is here. Your data source is there. Please pick the years. I hope you remember we did the years. Please go there and pick the years. So picking the years, click the first one. Click the first one. When you click the first one, my hand is up. Your hand should also be up like mine. Come and pick this thing at the corner here, drag it down like that, up to the last year. The last year is 2016, but please don't click on this before you say shift. So shift, and then I click on 2016, the last one. And then very first, I'll come and say Control Copy. Once I say Control Copy, ladies and gentlemen, I will come here, I will come back to my P&L, and then I'll be able to straight away do what here now. I'll be able to, anywhere, just here, I'll be able to say paste. But now you see, I can't say paste numbers. If I say paste the first one you can see it's 1900. It will not make sense really. If I say paste here, the normal one, here I'm pasting numbers. These are year numbers. So I'll use the second paste 1, 2, 3 under the special, paste special 1, 2, 3. I've done that. Again, I can see very many repetitions. With these many repetitions, ladies and gentlemen, what do? I'll come and say remove duplicates. Remove duplicates. So say here, remove duplicates. Remove duplicates. And then okay, like that. Thank you. So I'll come and say, okay, I don't want that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can see now that I'm left with 3 years. But before I continue, I would want to know whether there is anybody who has been able to remove the duplicated years. Is there anybody who has been able to remove the duplicated years? Let me stop share. Is there somebody who has been able to remove the duplicated years? Titus only. It's only Titus who is saying yes. All the others are not saying, are not accepting. Hussein says yes. Mwalimu Rudia. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I would want to repeat this again. This is quite easy. Thank you very much. I can see a good number, about 10 of you. I've got, lakini sasa shida yenu ni moja. Naona wanafunzi hawa wako hapa, ni wale wanafunzi wangu tu peke yao. How comes you guys normally don't invite your friends? Aki nyinyi ni wachoyo. Nyinyi ni wachoyo. Hata nikiwatumia link ya free. How comes you don't invite? Like now today, do I have anybody here who happens to be very new? Anybody who is seeing this mwalimu here for the very first time? Is there anybody who is seeing this mwalimu here for the very first time? Naomi says, yes, I'm new. Source, Gashu, yes, I'm new. Those are 2. I'm new too. Okay, new. Then I was judging you wrongly. You guys are great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now allow me to repeat. I'm new from the iTax group. Yes, I don't teach iTax. So I can agree with Victor. This is the first time he's seeing me. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. I would want to go back to my data source. So in my data source, what do I want? I want to copy the years because there is no income statement without years. So how do I do it? I'll place my cursor in the first year, which is 2014. Once I place my cursor in 2014 there, I'll use my mouse here. My hand is up. You can see I'm not touching anything. Drag this down to the last one there. So I'm able to see 2016. Once I see 2016 here, I'll say shift. So shift, I click. So I've been able to copy everything. So I'll come and say control copy. I've been able to highlight, So control copy. So once I say control copy, ladies and gentlemen, go to my P&L account. P&L account, I'll come and paste it here. But remember, it's paste special, this paste special, 1, 2, 3. You press like that. You know, under paste special, you can paste a function, you can paste so many things. So once I've been able to paste here, I can see a lot of repetitions. I'll come and say remove duplicates. What do you want to remove duplicates in column I? I don't even read this. Duplicates in column I say okay. Okay, like that. Quisha. Once I do that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't need this column. For my case, I can come and delete. For my case, I can come and delete. Now, could you kindly do me a favor? Kindly highlight this, and then you cut it. You cut it. I would want to put these ears up here. I would want to put, or copy, sorry. Highlight there, highlight this, and then you copy. Allow me to admit some students. Now from there, I'll come and put this on top because ear should be on top there. So when I put it on top there, I want to paste it here, ladies and gentlemen. Yusuf has come back. I would want to paste here. So I can see my paste specials. I have paste, normal paste, 1, 2, 3. I have a function here. And then I have this transpose. Remember in matrices, for those of you whom I taught QA in those good old days, I used to teach you how to transpose a matrix. So I have transpose. This is the one that I would want because I would want my things to be transposed like that. So come and highlight this, you delete. That's a very special thing. I would want to know whether there is anybody who has been able to do that before we continue. I would want to know whether there is anybody who has been able to do that transposition before we continue. I normally don't teach very fast, but today you will just bear with me. You'll bear with me. Done. Thank you very much. Done. Great. Now from there, now we go to the last area. The last area, ladies and gentlemen, is now this area of bringing things from the mother document, the data source, to my, so like I would want the revenue for the year 2014. So what would you want to do for this revenue in 2014? I would want, ladies and gentlemen, to give them the total revenue. But now remember that the data source that I have here has many variables. We have this amount which we would want to add. Of course, if it's the amounts only that I wanted to add, I would have said auto sum. I like to say auto sum, it sums for me. But you see, I don't want to do that. I would want these amounts here, they are mixed up. I would want the amount here to be categorized, for example, as revenues. And I would want this amount here to be categorized in terms of years, like revenue for 2014 etc. So I've got two key variables here. So meaning that I'll use the special sum ifs, because the conditions are two. I'll use the special sum ifs. This one, if you happen to understand this, I'm going to give you a present. I'll give you a present. I have to give a present of 1,000 bob. I have to give a present of 1,000 bob. If you can understand this, you'll get a present right away. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Great. So I would want to come to my profit and loss. If you get this nicely, please, 1,000 bob is yours. If you are able to share your screen with us and you repeat, so you have really to open your eyes very well for you to get this present. So what I'll do, I'll come and say operationalize this. I'll say equals. So equals, what do I want? I want sum, and not just the normal sum, but sum ifs because of the conditions. So once it's blue tick like that, I'll say tab. Now the sum range, what do I want? In the data source, my sum range is this amounts column. So I'll come on there, just highlight the whole of it. The amounts column, I would want to highlight the whole of it. I want to highlight the whole of it. Why? Because of the automation process. So that in future, as this person will keep on feeding their things later on, we should be getting an income statement like on a daily basis, right? So that wherever I will be as the CFO, my work will be very easy, just reviewing how the income is being built up every day. So at the end of the year, my work will be to pull what is to be approved by management to be taken to the auditors. But at least on a daily basis, I have to be seeing how the income is being built up. So after I've done that, ladies and gentlemen, sitaki hii kitu anatembea, amount is songa ameende kando. So I have to do what? I have to anchor the entire column. How do I anchor the entire column? By introducing the dollar signs. So instead of introducing the dollar signs, whenever you're anchoring everything, you simply press F4. When you press F4, you'll be able to see something, ladies and gentlemen, happening there. Be able to see something happening there. So you can see the dollars. So before I continue, given that this has got some price tag, is there somebody who has been able to reach where I've reached? Before I continue. Remember, this thing has got a price tag. 1,000 bob. There. Melissa, yes. How about the other students? Have they reached where I have reached? Have they reached where I have reached? Okay, those are only two students. That's quite a small number. The actuarist says yes. Yes, Hussein. Thank you very much. But still, that is a very small number. I was the first. Remember again in Excel, whenever you get something from wherever you are, whenever you get anything correct, you must dance a little bit. It's kind of an aha moment or eureka moment, like you've discovered something. You celebrate. I've missed a step due to internet connectivity. Yusufu, don't worry. I'll be sharing this video with you on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Joshua Aura. Joshua Aura. Repeat on the dollar. Repeat on the dollar. That I will do. Now on the dollar, so let me come here very fast. Now, you see, initially, the dollars were not there. Initially, the dollars were not there. It was just like that. So how do I introduce these dollars? Two ways. I can come before this E, put a dollar normally. Before this other E, I put this dollar the traditional way. Or this shortcut of putting dollars to both simultaneously is to come and press F4. You press F4 like that, and then you say comma. You say comma. So you can see they're guiding us. So we have here the sum range that I've done. Now I need the criteria range. So they go back to the data. The criteria, I would want these guys here to do this in light of my map items. So I'll say map items. I click on the map items like that. When I click on the map items, I would also want the map items here to be fixed. I would want the map items to be fixed. So I'll press F4. I'll press F4 like that. I'll press F4, and then to separate always, comma. So I'd want to know whether there is anybody who has reached where I've reached. Na wanafunzi wamenyamaza leo. Naonanga nikiwafunza AFM naongea. AFM hii imekuwa kali. Lakini ndio mambo yote. This is what will differentiate between you as an accountant who is earning 50,000 or 100,000 and an accountant, of course, the better version of yourself, will be earning 1 million shillings a month. Trust you me, I've been in this business of teaching accountants for so long, and I know whenever I get an accountant, for example, working for breweries as a CFO, for example, or top, earning like 700, 800,000, I know the number one thing that these people are very good at is reporting in Excel. These people, they know how to capture their reports very well in Excel. And then number two, they know how to present pictorially in Excel. They'll be able to tell you those bar charts. Like this revenue went up like that. This time round, it has gone down by 10%. And then they'll even go down there, do very nice descriptions. Very nice that this revenue went down because of COVID. This revenue went down because of bad weather, which affected, for example, growth of barley in this particular region, etc., etc. The moment you become good in Excel, and then you become so good in report writing. And remember, you can never say that you are a good report writer if you don't know how to use conjunctions, if you don't know how to use nevertheless, however, moreover. If you don't know how to use those things to transition between paragraphs, then straight away, you need some training by us. So if, and I've seen this with so many students who are even in CPA Section 3, but because they are advanced Excel users and they got proper mentorship schemes, they became good in terms of writing reports, they will automatically do much better than somebody who even has a doctorate in finance. Mwalimu naongea mbaya, mimi naongea mbaya sababu mimi nakuadvise. Mimi nakuadvise. Things that you need to do for you after say 3-4 years down the line. One day you'll bring a Mercedes-Benz, black Mercedes-Benz, and park it at RCM and you give me the keys. So this day is supposed to be a game changer for you. A game changer for you. There's two things you're supposed to be working on seriously as you advance in this career. Number one is the knowledge of Excel. And then number two, writing skills. Number three, still in terms of reporting, you must be good in terms of public speaking. And the public speaking, trust you me, is not even about speaking good English. It's about the confidence that you portray. The confidence. Even if you go, for example, before a mammoth audience, big audience, and then you shrub, they laugh at you. You need to be able to compose yourself and you continue. Those are the key attributes of accountants, which unfortunately, CASNEB is not telling their students. Even me, I got to know all this because of ACCA. And that is why I'm a brand ambassador of ACCA in Kenya. Because I know what they tell their students, right? The concept of mentorship, that life is not all about just numbers, DY, DX, no. There are key attributes that you need as an accountant. So I can see so many comments here. Let me stop sharing to read them. So we have here, yes, moreover, you need this. However, yes, yes. Or that's why you are called Aura mentorship. Yes, 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 yes. How long does this program take? So first of all, allow me to finish. Allow me to finish. Allow me to finish. Mwalimu tuanzie hapo kwa years. No, then what I'll do, I'll just finish the entire thing. I'll just finish the entire thing, and then I go back. I go back. I go back. So here we are. I'll come back here, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll come back here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Our P&L is here. So I've been able to anchor the FF. So after anchoring this FF, the map, my map here, what I'll need to do is to come and pick revenue. So I want to pick revenue, ladies and gentlemen. I want to pick revenue. So revenue, no, I won't say the comma. Then I pick revenue. Revenue in my map, I want to get the revenue figure. So the revenue figure is there. So when I pick this revenue, remember, ladies and gentlemen, that this revenue is in this particular column C. And I don't want this column C to keep on moving. I don't want column C to keep on moving. So I need to come and anchor C alone. I'll anchor C alone. So I'll come and say shift the dollar. Shift the dollar. And then what I've realized there, most of you should not come for financial modeling class first. You need to be in the advanced Excel class first. You need to know this anchorage, etc. There's an advanced class that you need to go for you to join financial modeling. If you come to financial modeling, utaona giza direct. Utaona giza direct. So after this, we'll have to talk about what you need to do. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So I would want to come and put a comma there, and then I will go to the last criteria now. The last criteria, ladies and gentlemen, is categorization of my revenue in terms of years. So I'll come and choose my years like that. The year, of course, has to be anchored fully. I would want to repeat the whole of this. Has to be anchored fully. So F4, and then I'll say here, comma. Ladies and gentlemen, after that, what do I need to do? I need to come straight away to my P&L. The P&L, the year that I want is 2014. And I can see this 2014 in this is in row number 2. And I don't want it to be going down to start multiplying bad things. So row number 2 has to be fixed. Row number 2 has to be fixed. Row number 2 has to be fixed with the dollar like that. And then, of course, now that being the last thing, you need to come and close your brackets like that. Let me see. So I have the data. I have that comma there. Data. I have this comma here. Data. I have that comma. That comma. That is okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would want us there. There's a problem with this formula because I kept on starting again. No problem. Now, let me repeat this and repeat this very well. So we start again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start again. So how do we start again? Let's start with this formula. It's very easy. So I'll be going one at a time, and then you go with me. We should go together with you in this. Right? So we start, ladies and gentlemen, right away by saying equals. So we say equals there. So once we say equals, what do we want? We want the sum ifs. Now I'll go up to the end without involving you, and then you'll be able to see. So we'll come and say, ladies and gentlemen, sum if. So I have here my sum if. My sum ifs, because there are many conditions. So once I say sum if, what do I want to do? I would want, ladies and gentlemen, a situation where I will be able to add up the amount column. So once I have the amount column being displayed there, I'll come and say F4. Please allow me to go to the end. So once I say F4, I can say comma there straight away. So I would want these to be added for us, given the map, the mind map that we have there. So again, I'll come and anchor the cells there. We anchor by saying F4, and then of course, comma. So in the maps, ladies and gentlemen, what I would want to do is the revenue. So I have to go to my profit and loss and pick up my revenue item. Profit and loss, pick up my revenue item. Once I pick the revenue item, I can see this revenue in this particular column. It's like a title. So it's column C. So column C, ladies and gentlemen, has to be anchored alone. So we say shift dollar, shift dollar. So after that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll come here and say comma, right? And then straight away, I'll go to criteria 2. Criteria 2 now will be the years. So I'll come straight away to my year column. I press like that. So once I say in my year column there, year must be anchored always because years will not keep on changing. There are those 3 years, so you must anchor them. So we say F4, we say F4. After that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll come and say comma there. Comma, it's very important. What do I want in the years? I want a particular year to start with. I want a particular year, and this year is 2014. So I'll click like that. When I click like that, before I close, I can see this cell D2. And I want this column title here to be done what here, this column, or rather this row, title, to be fixed. So I'll come and fix it here. I'll fix it there. So I'll come and say shift dollar, like that, in between. And then, ladies and gentlemen, now I'll come straight away here and say what there, and say close brackets like that. So when you say brackets, you are able to see, my friends, the revenue in the year 2014 is 2,922. So I need to come and copy this straight away. I need to come and copy this straight away to the other cells. So when I do that, I'm able to see the revenues coming down for the other years. From there, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to copy this formula to the COGS. I'll come and copy this formula to the COGS. So I'll be able to see that the cost of goods sold in 2014 was what here, 1401. But remember, cost of goods sold is always captured as a negative. So when I want to convert this to a negative, I'll come and click there, go to my sum ifs formula here. Here, after equals, put a negative there. Put a negative there. Once I do that, I'll be able to say enter. When I say that, I'll be able to see minus 1401, which I should be able to change to brackets. So once I do that, I'll come and copy the 2. Copy the 2 like that. We copy the 2. We copy the 2, ladies and gentlemen. We copy the 2, and then of course use the auto sum. So when I put the auto sum, I'm able to see 1521. Sorry, I should have even copied this. I should have copied this autofill. I copied like that. And then once I've gotten the auto sum, I'll come and just drag like that. So there I am. I have what we call the gross what here? Gross profit. I have the gross profit. So I have the gross profit here. So the only thing I need to do now is to come and capture my expenses, interest, taxes, etc. We are at home like that. And of course, I need to come and do formatting. For example, put a line up there, put these ones here in bold. But formatting is something you are taught in advanced Excel, Now I would want to drop this and stop share to get a few questions from you. I would want to get a few questions from you, my great students. Like Ruth asked there, how long does this program take? We have Advanced Excel. Most of you should join us at Advanced Excel. Advanced Excel will take you 1 month. There is a class which began just yesterday. It will take you exactly 1 month, and we are charging 4,000 shillings only. 4,000 shillings only for Advanced Excel. After that, you can join our financial modeling class. Like now we have financial modeling class, which is starting today. I'm the one teaching it. Financial modeling class, which costs 10,000, 10,000 shillings, and it's a 1 month course. But as I told you, please don't come for financial modeling if you're not so good in Advanced Excel. Like I can see you guys are floating because Titus is saying he has done it. Wow. So for this particular case, give an assignment. How do you change this to negative sign or rather brackets, and I'll be able to show you how to do that. The student is saying done. So the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, which you're supposed to do, let me just stand up and explain to you a little bit. allow me to fix my camera better. So what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to come here. We have two important courses if you want to become a very serious finance analyst. There are two important courses here that you can't really miss. We have what we are calling advanced Excel. Advanced Excel. For example, how do you come up with an income statement using the pivot tables? Right? How do you connect this P&L, balance sheet? We have cash flows still from the pivots. And then, of course, how do you build a model from scratch? So all those ones will be captured in the functions under advanced Excel. And this will cost you 4,000 Kenya shillings. And then now we have what we call the financial financial modeling. So financial modeling, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very serious course which will cost you 10,000 Kenya shillings. And I would want to take this opportunity to give you a Paybill number. Our Paybill number is 402. I hope somebody is taking this down. Our Paybill number is 402-9569. That's Paybill number. And then account number is your name. Account number is your name. Account number is your name. So I don't know whether there is any student who is serious with this. We give them an offer. We tell them, for example, if you pay by the end of today and join our financial modeling class today, we are going to give you this discount. Is there any student who is serious with this? We give them an offer. There is somebody who may think that this is a very expensive thing. No, we are charging it at the very lowest. Trust you me. At the very lowest. At the very lowest. If you look at what some people charge, you get people charging you like Excel alone, 50, 60,000. And yet most of them are not accountants. So advanced Excel end month, please, would be okay, end month. How about anybody who is willing to join the advanced Excel immediately today, or financial modeling? We give them an offer. Right. Advanced Excel today, advanced Excel. The offer that I would want to give, ladies and gentlemen, is for this financial modeling. Financial modeling, if somebody joins us today, you'll be able to save 20%. 20%, so you'll pay 8,000 Kenya shillings for financial modeling. Financial modeling, so says end month, okay. But later, Yusufu, later, great. So anybody would want, but the area, these packages applicable for ATD. You see, if you want to become just a strong person in terms of whatever you are doing, it doesn't matter. Like my children, I'm teaching my children, like my girl who is in class 7, I'm teaching her Excel. And since I started showing her this Excel, I'll go home and get her doing great things. Because, you know, Excel sets up a very good foundation, even for what? For programming. For programming the Python, where this industry is heading towards. As an accountant, you need to be coming up with a program, for example, for pay, a program for computing taxes, etc. So when you do, it doesn't matter the level. Actually, even at ATD, you are still late. You are late. This is something that if you have even a son in high school, although then we don't teach them exactly these ones, we teach them a bit basic, but not again the very basic. There is an Excel for the high schoolers, Those guys will never even get time to think about cartoons throughout. Trust you me. Because the Excel will take you from one level to another, especially if you keep on promising them, telling them that you'll get this present, you'll get this and this, and then of course you give them the present. These guys here will know so many things, you'll not even believe it through Excel. So Excel is something that you need to jump onto almost what year immediately. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I can see it is exactly 2 p.m. and I have a class. So if you don't mind, so I'm currently doing Python. Will it not crash with the advanced Excel? No, it can't crash. It cannot crash. It can't crash because we have so kindly upload this to YouTube. I needed to have even stopped recording long time ago.